Hello, hello, everyone. Give me 1 second to get myself situated over here. Okay, give me 1 sec here. Hi, guys. Welcome. We are just waiting for a few more people to hop on. And we're going to go ahead and start with the general love forecast. For those of you guys who are wondering, what happened to the intro? YouTube's got this thing where most of this, actually all the songs that are on our intro are copyright free, and for some reason it dinged us last time, so we're gonna have to check out that issue and see what's going on there. But anyway, here we are, and as always, I'm gonna go ahead and start with the general love forecast portion, and let's go ahead and take a look at the collective energy here this evening. All right, guys, and if you guys have any questions, Cold Blood, hello, how are you? Kimmy, hi from New York City, hello. Hello from Van Nuys, California. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and take a look at the overall energy for the collective. And if anyone is interested in getting your own personal mini reading this evening, we'll go ahead and do that afterwards. Hope you guys are all doing well. So I am going to first take a look at the overall energy using this deck here. It does say Twin Flame Untold Truths by Jennifer Aquarius Tarot, but you don't necessarily have to resonate with a twin flame connection. All right, let's see here, guys. We are starting off with perfect time. Okay, so perfect timing. That reminds me of a divine timing type energy. If something really is meant to be, it'll happen on its own time, you know? All right, let's see what else. Ooh, that's interesting. Confessions. If you've been left in the dark, for example, when it comes to a particular scenario, situation, it doesn't necessarily just have to be about your love life, but if you're in the dark about something, maybe you're waiting for someone to tell you how they feel, or maybe you've discovered something and you've been left in the dark. It could come down to timing when you find out what it is that you need to know. It could be through this confession that this person comes clean with you. Let me grab one more here. Ooh, look at this. We've got true romance. Okay. So this is coming through perhaps for those of you who feel that you've found your perfect match, and maybe you guys haven't exactly told each other how you feel. Take that if it resonates, but it is coming through as a really good romance here, a nice match. Okay. Bottom of the deck, though, we do see a separation. For those of you who are not together, let's go ahead and see what that's looking like. And I also wanted to grab some cards from the Island Time Wellness. This is the Love Oracle deck. This is the darker colored deck. They also come in pink. So let's see. What does that energy look like? So some of you might be in separation. Some of you might be single as well. Maybe you have a crush on somebody. All right, let's grab an additional message. We have paradise, happiness, expansion, joy, playfulness, oneness, enjoying each other. Okay, so maybe it feels like that paradise when you guys are together or when you think about this person. Let's grab one more. We have healthy choices coming through as well. And it says making healthy choices in love and in life, self-love, self-care, being happier, you know, so it really depends on where you're at right now. If you're not in a relationship, maybe right now you're just focusing on yourself, being able to dedicate towards your own healing, your own growth, and that's a good thing. And for those of you who are focused on a connection, Let's go ahead and see what's going on here, because you might be in separation or you're in the dark about something and waiting for someone to tell you either what's going on in their heart space or what's really happening in the overall connection. So let's clarify with some tarot here. All right, here we go. So Divine Feminine, you're coming in with the energy of the High Priestess, and this is wanting you to rely on what you're picking up from your masculine, especially intuitively, especially too if you're feeling their vibes, their energies, even though you guys might not be together right now. We also have the Hierophant. Some of you could be dealing with a Taurus. It could be this person confessing to you that they are ready to commit to the relationship, especially if that might have created the distance and separation here. And you might have also cut this person out of your life. That was the distance that you needed in order to focus on you. You know, so that could have been a healthy break as well. Look at that. We have the Ace of Cups, true romance and new romance. For my singles, this could be somebody completely brand new that's coming in. It could be a new beginning for some of you in your love life, if you're really wanting to come back together. We have the Temperance. You could be Sagittarius. You could be thinking of a Sagittarian as well. This is a card of having patience, especially when it comes to the separation. You guys might not be coming together right here, right now, or anytime soon. But that perhaps is why you're being directed to just wait, maybe towards the end of this year, possibly Sagittarius season, so November, December, that could address the separation here and bring you guys together, or at least to be able to talk about it. We do have the Lovers. You could also be connecting with a Gemini. This card, of course, is focused on making a decision when it comes to your love life. So it really depends. This is, I feel, a very interactive message because it really depends on what it is that you want to do. It's your choice, I feel, whether or not a separation can happen or continues to happen, or if a reunion is on the horizon here. Okay, it's your choice. At the end of the day, too, the Lovers card can represent the real love and deep affection that you have for each other. Sometimes it can represent third parties. So that could have been a part of this card, making healthy choices, getting yourself away from drama of that sort. We've got the Death cards coming through with Scorpio. So endings and beginnings. That makes sense for me. We clearly see through these cards that there's a separation for some. It came to an end for a reason. Some of you might have experienced infidelity or trust issues in the relationship. But there are also possibilities towards new beginnings and starting again, either with a brand new person or being able to come back together and start a new chapter there. Look at that. We've got the Two of Cups. So there is true love that's coming through here. And for those of you who still love your person, regardless of the fact that you guys might not be together or in contact right now, and I feel that's where this comes in, that divine timing situation where even though it might take a while, when the time is right, when it's meant to be, that might be giving you both the opportunity to start again because they're still feeling so drawn to you and you might be feeling just as drawn to them. And then we've got the Six of Wands. So I feel for those of you who resonate with this, especially separations, giving it a second chance, if you're willing to experience that with your person, it could be an indication that it can be a successful one. It can be a happy relationship once again. For those of you who are just ready to start again, your next relationship could also be a really nice one. All right, let's see. Divine Feminine, you're also coming in with the energy of the Queen of Pentacles. So we have Taurus coming in. Some of you guys, that might be significant. It could be Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Queen of Pentacles, very generous, very giving. But I feel for some of you, take this if it makes sense, you might have overextended yourself. Maybe you gave too much in the relationship and that wasn't reciprocated, and that might have created the breakup or the distance. We now have the King of Cups representing the Divine Masculine. So I feel with these two cards coming through, you're both in a very high vibe energy at this point, which is why it has the capability to be successful regardless of what you guys have been through before. And taking the time to heal from something like this. Okay, heartbreak, a very painful experience. Could have been a third party. That just seems to be the way it's coming through at this time. But we do see a separation here. Three of Cups. Regardless of some of the more difficult things that you guys might have experienced, though, I feel there are opportunities for change and opportunities to be able to experience better days ahead. And I'm also feeling that you have a great support system through your friends or even people who are family or feel like family to you. Those who have your back, those who are there for you no matter what, whenever you need it. They're there to be able to give you advice or maybe to just be there to listen to you. You've got a great support system the way I'm seeing it here. And I do feel that if you're still healing from this type of heartbreak, it would be beneficial for you to be able to talk about it, get it out in the open rather than holding it in, because that needs to be dealt with, I feel. All right, let's see what else. We're also seeing the Six of Pentacles, which is good because that's telling us that for the most part, you guys are on the same page. And going back to the Queen of Pentacles, generous, very giving. And if you were the one that was maybe doing all the work before, Divine Feminine, this is telling us that the masculine is going to meet you halfway. And that's a good thing. Here's the clarity from the Ace of Swords, clarity of thoughts. I love to see that card because it's really giving you the opportunity to make good decisions for yourself. What hasn't worked in the past, it's allowing you now to cut those things out and get rid of it because it's not meant to be a part of your future. And that's just you empowering yourself, going back to this, you know, to be able to make those healthy choices for yourself. And it can pertain to your love life, of course, but it could also be involving other things that might be going on in your life where you know that you're in a much better frame of mind to make good decisions this time. Now, look at this, guys. This is the next card. So remember, we've got the Queen of Pentacles right here, and there's its divine counterpart, the King of Pentacles. So I feel you guys are now on the same wavelength and capable to be able to be this wonderful couple and to re-explore a much better connection with each other. So whatever those issues were in the past, it certainly has to be talked about, dealt with, healed from, and then you guys can really re-explore the future that you want to be able to build together. All right, let's grab one more here. For those of you who are in separation, I feel this person thinks a lot about you. And maybe you have wondered if they do even think about you at this point. They really do. This tells me that they miss you. And they could even be checking you out online, on social media. Maybe you don't even know that. Maybe you do. But there are definitely some happy memories that they think about and they focus on that. And remembering those good times that the two of you have shared. Look at the next card here, guys. We've got the Star. You could also be dealing with Aquarius. So we have a wish here that might actually manifest for some of you. And then we have this beautiful energy of the Sun, just to be able to ensure that you can find happiness again. For some of you, that can come in the form of a reconciliation or a reunion. And for others, it's basically telling you that regardless of whether you're in a relationship or not, you have the capability to be able to live the best life that you can, and that you are meant to be content and fulfilled and happy in your life. You know, this is reminding you that you can be complete within yourself. You don't need someone else to complete you, that you are complete within yourself. And this other person is, and possibly could be, your divine person, your divine counterpart, but they are not meant to complete you. That's something that you can do for yourself. Okay, so that's the opening message there, guys. Let's go ahead and see what else needs to come through. So if you didn't resonate with that one, that's okay. Let's go ahead and see what else we can find out here. All right. Angels and spirit guides, please, for the collective. What do we need to know here? Might have something to do with that first part, or it could completely be a different message. Let's see. An energy check-in. Tenderness. Okay, beautiful. A very tender, loving partnership. We have shared destiny. That also is telling me that you guys are on the same page, that you want the same things here. They could also be very gentle and tender with you, especially when you guys are intimate, perhaps. We have partnership. Very nice. Let's see what else. And we have romance. Okay, so those are all really nice messages coming through. Let's see what else we can learn. All right, here we go. Angels and spirit guides, please. For the collective, for those who resonate with this message. What do we need to know right now? Okay, so we do have the Two of Swords. This could be an indication for some of you that even if at one point in time you guys were on the same page, or maybe even talked about marriage or staying together or being committed to the partnership, something happened here to put that on pause. That there's a situation that seems to be stuck. Maybe they made other choices, other decisions here. There could have been other people as well, but we do see the Wheel of Fortune coming up next. So if something is stuck, this is exactly what you need in order to create movement in this situation. But I'm feeling more so that it's the other person that needs to be able to step up and do something about this. Okay, because we do have a new cycle that's coming in that could be blessing this connection between you and this person. Maybe you're not together right now. So that seems to be a stuck energy. We do have the Six of Pentacles. We've got the Five of Cups. We've got the Temperance card again. And we're seeing the Star once again. Okay, so if we're seeing that Two of Swords, they're incapable of being able to be fully invested in the relationship with you right now for some reason. They can't be your partner. I'm feeling for some of you, they could be with somebody else. And there's a part of your heart that might still be hurting because of that. Could be feeling very sad. And maybe you had a lot of expectations in this person, but they definitely did something to hurt you, to disappoint you. I'm feeling for some of you, again, take this only if it makes sense. Maybe you have a lot of regret as far as investing your time and energy into this person. And it's going to take time. It's going to take time to heal from something like that. I feel if this is your story, you are being directed onto a very different path that could lead you towards this type of romance once again. So if somebody has hurt you, and if at this point they're with somebody else, then this could be life, this could be the universe directing you onto somebody else. It's just going to take time to heal from that. The Star card could also be an opportunity to focus on yourself. So remember how earlier, if I can find that card, where is it? Hold on. Okay, so we're seeing double cards. So Star came through already. Where's that other little one? I can't find it. One second. I wanted to bring something up. And of course, here it is. Okay. So going back to this particular message, I feel that it's going to take time for you to be able to find the right kind of love for you, because the initial stage that you might be in right now is to just focus on loving yourself right now, making those choices so that you can heal from something that happened that might have hurt you when it comes to your love life. And that's what's going to help you manifest that wish in love, certainly. And then we have the Eight of Swords. So if you really do feel that you're powerless to do anything about this situation at this point, maybe you haven't even talked to this person, maybe you guys have been in no contact, maybe you feel like you can't stop thinking about it, but at the same time, what can you do about it? You know, and that could be creating this whole Two of Swords type situation. I'm also feeling for some of you guys that maybe this person has moved on to someone else by way of either they physically moved, maybe to another country, another state, maybe they are engaged or married at this point. I'm just ultimately feeling for those who resonate with this. It's like one of those things where you can't go back. A decision has been made and they made it. So I really do feel at this point you're being directed to just accept that situation and focus more so on this new journey that perhaps the universe is wanting you to be on, you know? Look at that, Eight of Cups. I don't know who walked away first or who made a decision to just move on. That could be you, it could be the other person. Because Eight of Cups, it's about leaving something or someone behind. And whoever was left behind could be feeling very lonely that you guys are not together. So yeah, they could have disappointed you big time. But it's also time to heal from that and to be able to move on so you can find happiness. You can start again. Ace of Pentacles. So you really are being given another chance at love, I feel. And who knows, the tables might even turn when it comes to this situation. We've got the Four of Cups here. So if, let's just say they're in another relationship and they decide that that was not where they wanted to be. Four of Cups is somebody that might want to reconnect with you, or they've got regrets that they separated from you, and you'll hear from them again, but by that point, you might have already moved on to somebody else. For them to be able to experience what that felt like when maybe you experienced that. So yeah, this is one of those things where it's going to require some patience, either on your part, their part, or both of you, to be able to see the ultimate destination as to where this goes. But I'm also feeling if you're focusing on yourself, hopefully you are taking care of you, that you will eventually see things come to fruition in your life. It's just going to take time, that's all. You could be dealing with Leo. You could have Leo in your chart also. So if you were on the receiving end of getting your heart broken and disappointed, this is another card, believe it or not, of having patience and to be able to find your confidence once again, to find the courage within you to open up that new door for yourself. And then you've got the Ace of Wands right here. There really is a new beginning that I'm seeing for those that resonate with this. I mean, obviously this top row of cards were so beautiful, but tarot is painting a very different picture. So this is telling me that this could have been a part of your expectation with this person, and they might have decided to end things, or something happened here. It was either infidelity, they decided to end things, or maybe you did, or it just didn't check all the boxes. Maybe they just stopped investing their time with you and decided to spend time with other people. Could have been a love triangle. It could have been a third party. Maybe they're with someone else at this point, because I'm feeling regrets here. Maybe the regrets are yours, or it could be theirs. The Magician. So I'm telling you, regardless of what happened here, if you resonate with this one, life will move on. And I feel you'll look back at this whole journey and actually see it as a blessing that you were able to manifest somebody who was way better suited for you. Now, for a small group, there is the possibility towards reconciliation, or at least this person reaching out to you somewhere in the future and wanting to reconnect. But you got to be mindful of who it is that you are allowing back in. Do they even deserve to come back in? Would you allow that? And that's your call. That is your choice. But this is telling me that you might hear from somebody from your past, and that they recognize that they hurt you, and they want to be able to come back and talk to you and fix things. Wanting forgiveness, wanting to address the issues, absolution, they've gone through their awakening, all of those things. And don't be surprised if they decide to contact you wanting to try again. If you're single at that point, it's totally your call, up to you what you decide to do with that. But you might also be very empowered at that point and not even entertain that. So there's no way for you to know that until it actually happens, or if it ever presents itself to you. But I have a feeling this person's going to be in for a rude awakening if you've already moved on by that point. Because I'm feeling like they would expect you to be free to take them back, but you might not be. And even if you're single, you might not be interested because they hurt you so deeply. You could be thinking of this person, okay? You could be missing them, thinking of the memories that you guys might have shared. They could be thinking of you too, but it could also be a part of your heart space that's wondering, you know, can we ever get back together? Is this even possible? Let's see what else. We do have the Justice card. You could be dealing with Libra. You could have Libra in your chart. So I feel in time, you'll find out the truth of the situation, or you will be able to just have that clarity that you need so that there is no second guessing. You're not going to be wondering if you made the right choice, because I feel life will present itself to you in a way where you're going to know the answer to that anyway. You've got the Six of Wands. There's a lot of healing references here, guys, for those of you that resonate with this. There's a lot of that coming through. Healing references. And then, of course, the Six of Swords, it's about letting something go and transitioning away from that. Heading more so towards those calmer waters rather than some of the more turbulent stuff that you've been through with this person. If they cheated on you, if there were trust issues, or if they just decided to end things because they felt that it just wasn't for them, or they wanted something else. So I feel the time apart could have been a blessing in disguise, because that might have been what was needed in order for either of you to know exactly what you want, or to be able to find that clarity. Making room for better, especially for you. And then we've got the Ten of Cups, you know, and by distancing yourself or getting rid of the clutter, so to speak, that's what's going to make room to bring in that Ten of Cups. Whether it is a reunion, whether it's a brand new person that you end up meeting and being able to manifest this beautiful life with somebody. That's what I'm getting from that. Okay, that was an interesting turn. All right, let's see what else we can tap into, guys. Okay, what deck am I drawn to? All right, so I did this one similar to what I did for the Twitch live stream yesterday. I wanted to take a look at the energy for the divine feminine as well as the masculine. So let's do that and just check the overall vibe. All right, here we go. Oh, thank you, Ashanta. We'll get to your reading shortly. All right, divine feminine, where are you at right now? What do you need to know? What do your spirit guides, your angel guides need to share with you right now? Solitude, I just want to be left alone. Okay, so if you relate to that, this reminds me of that hermit energy. So from tarot, you could be Virgo, you might have Virgo in your chart. If not, no big deal. I'm just picking up off of that energy. So that's a very clear message. Some of you guys would rather be single, rather be alone, rather than being in a relationship where you are either settling or they're doing something either shady or they've hurt you, whatever the case might be. We have busy, working, and creating. Okay, so you could be working very hard in your work environment, your career, or just life overall, keeping yourself busy, filling your days with whatever it is you want to, rather than sitting at home being miserable, you know? All right, what else? Divine feminine, moving on. I love myself too much to wait around, and I agree with that. I kind of feel that that's what we've already picked up. And that's so interesting because I believe these cards, I believe these two came out as well yesterday when we did the Twitch live stream. Oh, I really like this one. Easy breezy. You're just going with the flow of where life or even your love life wants to take you. Okay, so that's a good energy, divine feminine. All right, so let's grab some tarot here. All right, so I feel if you're single, you could be single by choice and empowering yourself and working on you. Things that make you happy, living your best life, loving yourself too much to put life on hold for anybody. Yeah, look at that. Three of Swords, they clearly hurt you and you're not with this person anymore. You went through that grieving process and now you're healing, or you have healed from that. This is telling us you have moved on. Okay, some of you could be Cancer here. And you could be very successful at this point, divine feminine. Look at this. We now have the Two of Swords. So something is clearly not moving, not because it's not happening for you, but I feel you've made a conscious decision to not go there. You know, just living your best life is hopefully what you're doing. You put a stop to something because it wasn't working for you. Six of Wands, clarification that you are achieving success in your love life. Even if you are single, that's still a conscious decision for some of you. It's like, no, I would rather be single rather than settling. I'd rather be single instead of being in a toxic relationship or somebody who is cheating on me. I'm not going to put up with that. That's the type of energy that I'm seeing for the feminine. Love it. Ace of Wands. So you inspire others, perhaps. You might not even realize that, but there are new opportunities for sure that are coming in, and the universe is presenting you hopefully with opportunities to create the life that you want. New beginnings. Yes, you've had that tower moment, the separation from your masculine, the heartbreak, the pain that you've been through. But when the dust settles from something like this, there's only one way to go, which is up, in order to learn the lessons behind it. And I feel, Divine Feminine, you've done that, or you're in the process of healing from this. Look at that Ace of Pentacles, again, telling us that you could be starting over, that you're focused on manifesting so much in your life, bringing in the abundance and prosperity towards you. Looks wonderful. You're committing to yourself right now, I feel. Whether you're in a new relationship, whether you're in a much better place right now, or you could be single. But again, it could be by choice, or you're just focusing on your own healing and growth right now. Yep. You let something go for sure. You distanced yourself in order to make room for something way better than what you've experienced before. Look at that. We've got the Four of Wands, Twin Flames, Celebration, okay? And you've got the Magician as well. So we do have Gemini and Virgo coming through with the Magician, okay? So this could be a possibility that by distancing yourself from a relationship that was not meant for you, this can put you on this path towards your twin, or on a much better path overall, you know, whether it's pertaining to your romantic life or just life. And I feel you are capable. We've got two cards here, especially talking about manifestation, that there are positive things happening in your life right now. So this is all about the feminine, and it looks great. That looks really good. Oh yeah, Queen of Swords is solidifying the fact that, my feminines, you are so empowered right now. You're very strong. You're not going to put up with any crap from your masculine or anybody else. You know, you're not afraid to be on your own. You can actually stand on your own 2 feet. You're not afraid to put up boundaries around people or situations that you know would just bring in drama towards you. You're just working on yourself right now, I feel, and continuing to put in the effort, and whatever it is that you're focusing on right now, Divine Feminine, I feel in time, you will be able to reap the rewards of whatever it is that you are pouring your energies into. So that looks wonderful. So keep going, keep doing you, keep pursuing your goals, your dreams, whatever it is that you would like to bring to fruition. You hold the key, you have the power within you to be able to bring all of that in. Okay, so that looks really nice on behalf of the Divine Feminine. So let's take a look now at the masculine and where they are at. Okay, so let's see here. All right, Divine Masculine. Where are they at energetically? Angels and spirit guides, please, focusing on the Divine Masculine. For the collective, what do we need to know here, please? So if you're thinking about a Divine Masculine, let's take a look at that energy. Avoidance. Seeing you reminds me of things that are not easy to deal with, especially if they are responsible for separations or some sort of drama that occurred. They could also be avoiding their own healing journey because it's too painful, maybe. Okay, let's see what else. Look at the next card, one of a kind, no other can compare to you. They could also be avoiding that, you know, knowing that you're the one that got away. But if they did something to break you guys up or create some sort of situation where it was challenging and you guys broke up, maybe they aren't wanting to face that because it hurts too much knowing that they contributed to the breakup. Let's see what else. Angels and spirit guides, please. What else do we need to know when it comes to the masculine? Oh yeah, look at that. Regret. I wish I could take back the things I said. Yep. Let's grab one more here. Focusing on the masculine. Ooh, okay, we've got two. Constrained, I'm sorry. I held myself back with you. And look at this, mistakes. I will make things right between us one day. So they know they messed up. They have these regrets. They know that you're one of a kind, but they didn't appreciate it when you guys were together. Okay, they just didn't. So let's go ahead and clarify that here. You're one of a kind, Divine Feminine, and your masculine now knows it. They know they made a huge mistake. And if you guys don't ever get back together, this will be a regret that they will have for the rest of their life. Look at that. They want a new beginning with you, Ace of Cups. They still feel so connected in the heart space when it comes to you. Still wishing for you, Star. Okay. So we have Aquarius coming through there. They're being guided back to you for some reason, Divine Feminine. But they also know that they contributed to the distance, the separation. They know that they backstabbed you. They know that they are the reason, again, why things fell apart, why it collapsed. Very painful breakup here. Eight of Swords, we saw that earlier. Feeling trapped in their thoughts. You know, feeling trapped through these regrets. They're going around in circles in their head over what they've done or what they've said. Look at these cards, guys. We've got the Seven of Swords. They cheated. If it wasn't cheating, it was still shady, or they kept things from you. And we have it here, constrained. I'm sorry, I held myself back with you. They weren't letting you in fully. Okay. And then we have the Five of Cups right here, the disappointment. If you look at that image, you know, we have a broken heart right there. And I feel, Divine Feminine, that you were highly impacted by what happened here. They also had other options, you know, and when it came to making a decision in love and romance. So I'm feeling possibility of third parties here. And then we have the Knight of Wands, which can be a player mentality, somebody who's non-committal. So that was their issue, I feel. Divine Feminine, you're coming in as the Queen of Pentacles, okay? So what I'm seeing here with this combination, you could have been dealing with maybe a masculine who was immature in their thought processes. They could have been younger than you. They just wanted to play. They just maybe wanted something casual. They could have been very attracted to you, but maybe they weren't ready to settle down. But Divine Feminine, you guys had a great chemistry perhaps, but you possibly could have been looking for something more solid, maybe looking for your love of a lifetime, and they just mistreated your heart. You know, they just were not ready for the type of commitment that you were looking for, perhaps. I'm also feeling, on behalf of my feminines, you gave so much to this person, and they just did not appreciate what you brought them, which is too bad, really. We have the Hermit, Virgo energy. We've got the Moon. Some of you guys could be dealing with Virgo or even Pisces here. So we clearly see that they deceived you somehow, Divine Feminine. So there was probably an affair here, or they were definitely not letting you in. They didn't open themselves up. They were not 100% open and honest with you about something. So now that they have all of these regrets, perhaps they are in hermit mode, really doing some soul searching to figure out, what can I do at this point? And the only way to fix it really is to be open and honest. Yep, here's our wait and see card. They know that in order for the two of you to work out, they can't be investing their time with other people. They have to be able to work with you. So the Divine Masculine focusing on really wanting to start again here. A new beginning. 10 of Cups. Magician. Judgment. So as I said earlier with that Judgment energy, and then you couple that up with all of these cards, they are focused on manifesting an opportunity to interact with you in the 3D. They still see this bright future for the two of you. Whether or not that is possible is maybe the Divine Feminine's call, but they envision all of these wonderful experiences with you in the future and really hoping that that can be a reality. And this could be a part of their journey now that they're going through this awakening and really knowing what it is that they want. And part of that could be the communication that might unexpectedly come in for you, Divine Feminine. The masculine is also coming in with the energy of the King of Cups. So if they were in player mentality before and just wanting to have fun and not really get into anything too serious, maybe they've grown up at this point. They've matured and they're now coming through as this King of Cups, ready to love you, ready to open their heart, ready to offer that cup. But there's no guarantee that there will be a reunion if both people are not on the same wavelength here. 2 of Cups, true love. We see the Lovers. Okay, Gemini energy. 6 of Pentacles. It's bringing up all of the things that are necessary in order for the relationship to thrive and to make it. So it's like now that they're taking a look at this whole situation, all of these regrets wrapped up in these messages, now they see where they fell short. They still love you. They still feel drawn to you, the chemistry. But, you know, if they were messing around with other people, they didn't exactly pay attention to that back then. But now all of a sudden there's been this switch and they realize that they still love you and they really do see you as the one person that they still have feelings for and wanting to really figure out, can we try again? And I feel, Divine Feminine, you're the only one that can answer that question, especially if we have a masculine here who realizes that they messed up. Here's their clarity, okay? So they're thinking with a very clear mind at this point. They know that you're the one that they want, but we're also seeing that right now we have a stalemate situation. So I feel, my feminines, you are in charge of that green light, whether or not this can actually happen. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab one more set and then we'll get started with the personal mini readings here, guys. That was pretty insightful. So I don't know who that was for, but it's just coming through in that way. All right, so let's grab one more set here. I want to pull some dialogue messages from the Divine Love and Separation. This one is by Fire Witch Tarot. All right, so what are the words? What are the thoughts from this person, from their higher self? What do they want to say to you? It could be coming from a masculine. Angels and spirit guides, please. I have to admit, sleeping alone sucks. Yep, they miss you. You know, they miss your presence. Maybe they can't sleep at night. They just miss being with you. Let's see what else. Apology. I truly apologize for my attitude towards you. Yeah, they did you wrong. At least that's the way it came through in the general love forecast, you know? They made a mistake. I don't want another. That's why I'm messed up about you. They know that now. They didn't before. Let's grab one more. Let's see, one more message, please. Let me hold this up. Every night, I energetically kiss your forehead before you sleep. That's interesting. I don't know if you're able to relate to that one, but if you've felt it, or if maybe you've dreamt about it, could have been happening. Okay, so there could be astral travel. There could even be telepathic communication from your masculine, maybe. But it could go either way. Okay, so let's clarify this with some tarot. I'm going to pull from my Modern Day Seers Tarot and Oracle. And for those who are not familiar with this one, it's got all of the usual tarot messages, but it also has new court cards as well as oracle messages too. All right. Angels and spirit guides, please, for the collective, for this general love forecast. What do we need to know, please? Give me a message, please. Look at that. Look at that. 9 of Swords. It literally says in the upright, fear, anxiety, insomnia, nightmares, terror, deep unhappiness, hopelessness, trauma, depression, inability to cope. Okay? They can't sleep. That's the way it's presenting itself here. I have to admit, sleeping alone sucks. They think about you maybe a lot at night. You know, they're just staring up at the ceiling maybe. Wow. Look at the next card. We've got the Angel of Hope. Okay, so this one says you've lost your way, your sense of direction, which way is up, which way is down, which way takes you away from who you are, and which way shows you the path you're meant to travel. This is not the end. I am here to help restore the faith within you, to let you know that there is a ray of sunshine, a glimmer of hope that you fail to see. Open your eyes. I'm here. Okay, so this person could also be losing hope that they did you wrong, that they messed up. But the Angel of Hope is here to assist this person, maybe guiding them back towards you. Okay. 4 of Swords. That makes sense as well. We're seeing at the top the upright interpretation. Once again, it's starting off with fears and anxieties and stress. I feel that's what this person has been carrying, knowing that they've made so many mistakes, knowing that they are regretting their past words, their actions towards you, and now they realize they don't want anyone else. They know they messed up. They just want you. So this right here could be an indication of the time you guys have spent apart, needing to be in solitude, needing time to think, and needing to heal. You know, it could be representing that as well. And the Angel of Hope is here to assist with that. All right, let's see what else. This is definitely coming forward from a masculine, King of Cups here, which we've already seen, right? So they are emotionally balanced at this point. This is someone who loves you, who cares for you. They're a lot stronger. They're a lot more mature. This is somebody who really is ready for the love that they might have not been ready to give before. The Angel of Light. In order to recognize the gift you are to others, you must recognize the gift you are to yourself. In order to see the light in the one you love, you must see the light within yourself. I'm here to illuminate the path towards your enlightenment. There is a way out, a light at the end of the tunnel. Go ahead, take that first step. I'll be there when you do. Okay, so we're seeing some pretty positive, uplifting messages to help this person to find their way back towards you and to just be able to heal parts of their life that really need it, I feel. Oh, wow. And now we've got Archangel Michael coming through here. Some of you guys might be dealing with a person named Michael, maybe. I am your warrior angel to help you fight your fears when it comes to manifesting your dreams and finding love. Countless romantic connections turn into missed opportunities because we allow our fears to create barriers. I'm here to help you overcome these challenges. I can offer you the guidance you seek, as well as the strength and bravery to act on that guidance. Bravery isn't the absence of fear, but the ability to act in spite of it. If you're struggling with your nerves to pursue your love interest, call on me. So we've got a lot of these energies popping up that could be helping the situation, especially for those of you who would be open to that type of help. This is crazy how all of this is popping up. We've got Archangel Raguel now. I am the angel who can restore harmony, heal conflicts and arguments, as well as mending understandings in your relationships. I can help you gain the wisdom to smooth out tensions and hostilities in your romantic connections. My presence can aid in bringing in peace. And I really do feel that that would be so helpful for some of the situations that we've seen here. You know, either closure, peace, tranquility, or you guys ultimately working it out and coming back together. I can help you miraculously heal even the most difficult love situations. Okay, so we've got some wonderful archangel messages presenting itself here. And then we have the Eight of Cups. So I'm not surprised to see this one, especially if you felt the need to just walk away from somebody who did not treat you right, who might have disrespected you, who might have cheated on you, didn't appreciate you when you guys were together. And so we have this person feeling very lonely that they're not with you. Some of you guys could also be dealing with a divine masculine earth sign. We've got the Duke of Earth coming through here. This is somebody who could be very sociable. They're typically a good listener. They could be very down to earth, very attractive. They could have their own business maybe. So they're successful. They could be an entrepreneur. They've got a good sense of humor. Very loving, very attentive. That could be the energy that they occupy now, you know, especially if they were more immature before. But look at this, Divine Feminine. You're coming through as the Queen of Pentacles. We've been seeing that throughout this evening here. And I really do feel that it's your giving nature that your masculine sees, and they miss that. They could have dealt with people who didn't give an ounce towards them, and yet they kept putting in the effort and energy into the relationship, and it didn't pan out because it might have created imbalance there. And you've got the Sun. I mean, you're meant for happiness when it comes to your life, when it comes to your love life. And it does require this person who wants to apologize to be able to really step up and do what is right for the connection. It could start off with an apology, and that's why we're seeing that here. So there is a chance for reunions, for those to come back into union. For those who are simply ready for new chapters and new love, you can find that happiness as well. Okay, and lastly, we've got Archangel Shamuel. That's probably the most archangels and angel messages I've seen in a reading in a while. So this one says, I am the angel of peaceful relationships. I can help bring the right person into your life, your ideal mate. I can help you become closer with your current partner. I can help you heal any conflicts in your relationships, attract new love, and strengthen your existing connections. If you crave intimacy in your life, I can assist with that too. Okay, so that looks really good, guys, as far as being able to hopefully work out the kinks of the partnership, especially if you guys had a very painful breakup, and if you are open to at least talking to this person or hearing from them, that in and of itself could be very healing for you. If you're not interested in reconnecting, then maybe it could just simply bring you closure, you know? Or again, if you're not even interested in interacting in any way, shape, or form, you're just focused on new beginnings for yourself, and that could also bring in new love. All right, so that's what we've got. Lots of messages there. So hopefully there was something there that you were able to relate to. And I do see some requests for personal readings. So let's go ahead and begin with those. Let me go ahead and get my cards reorganized. So I'll be right back to get that started. Hang tight. All right, guys, thank you so much for your patience. So let me take a look at the lineup here for those who have requested a personal reading this evening. Okay, so I have Ashanta, you're up first. And Shenise, your 2 questions. And then I've got Faith. Okay, yes. Faith-filled KT. Okay, wonderful. So let's get started, Ashanta, with your reading here. And if you're just now hopping on, feel free to go ahead and request a personal reading if that's something that you are interested in. All right, guys. Okay, so Ashanta, Libra, what's coming towards me? Let's go ahead and grab some insight here. Let me see what deck I'm drawn to when it comes to you. What is coming towards you? Okay, let's see. All right. I'm going to pull from a few decks here to see what that energy looks like. All right, here we go. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Ashanta, Libra. What's coming towards Ashanta? We do have friendship, okay? This could be new friends, or it could even be a romantic interest starting off as a friendship, turning into something more. It could even be somebody that might already be interested in you romantically, but you guys are maybe in the friend zone right now, so we'll see. We have declared love, all right? So that to me equates to a friendship, the way it's coming through here, a friendship that turns to love. That's a possibility. So let's clarify that first, and then we'll take a look at some other stuff here. Maybe you have somebody in mind, but if not, there's a possibility here, Ashanta, that you might already know who this person is. You're coming in with the energy of the Queen of Cups. So your intuition will tell you, maybe this person has a crush on you, or they could be attracted to you, but maybe they haven't said anything. Okay, here's our 7 of Pentacles. If they really want to put in the effort to let you know that they're interested, in time you'll find that out. Okay. That's interesting too. Page of Swords, curiosity, petty gossip. So this almost reminds me of like the office cooler type energy where people are standing around talking, you know, about the latest news or whatever it is. It could be this friend who is curious to explore where things could be between the two of you if there is something there. And then we have the Star. You could also meet an Aquarian, perhaps. And your hopes, your wishes, whatever that might pertain to, there's a good opportunity that might show itself to you to be able to help manifest that. We do have the 3 of Pentacles. Okay, so teamwork, building something together. I can't help but feel that there's almost like a work environment situation going on here, if that makes sense for you. So I don't know what you do for a living, but I'm just feeling like there are other people surrounding you that's more in the capacity of like a work environment, and they could find that they're attracted to you somehow. So I'm feeling work and your personal life, your love life might actually meld together. That's a possibility. And then we've got the Ace of Wands coming through here. You could connect with an earth sign as well. We have the Knight of Pentacles. So maybe Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus. Possibility too that this person might be slightly younger than you. Not a really big age gap, but just somebody who could be younger, maybe a year or two. But this, I'm feeling a pretty good energy because this isn't someone who's moving in fast. They want to take their time. They want to take their time to talk to you, to get to know the person that you are, who you are on the inside, you know, your interests, what you guys have in common. This isn't someone who just wants to come in fast and leave just as fast. I don't feel from the Knight of Pentacles that this is just somebody who wants to have a physical connection with you. There's a real interest there. And we see based off of these two messages that it could be a friend that you already have in your life, or you end up making this new connection and you guys end up being really good friends. And as more time passes, maybe they end up developing some real feelings there. So that's pretty cool. Let's see what else here. Angels and spirit guides, please, focusing on Ashanta Libra. Okay. 9 of Wands. I feel despite what you might have endured in the past and people that might have disappointed you, certainly when it comes to your love life, despite all of those negative experiences, that life moves on, that you will be able to overcome those feelings and emotions, however much it might have hurt you back then, but that there will be better days ahead for you, I feel. Look at this. You've got the Lovers. You could also meet a Gemini here. Any of the signs I'm mentioning could be Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. So yeah. This person might actually be your soulmate here. With this card, it's the attraction. It's almost like an instant attraction, but could be friends, you know, where they might invite you out. It's like, hey, let's grab some lunch. And you guys develop a really strong bond maybe. And as more and more time passes, they come to find that they're maybe really attracted to you. But maybe, Ashanta, it's also your choice whether or not this turns into anything. You might hold the cards here, actually. So yeah, just trust your instincts. Make sure that it feels good for you in your heart space. If you're not feeling it, then of course you don't have to force yourself into exploring this type of connection. But if you are just as interested and attracted to this individual, maybe it can turn into something special. We have the Magician as well. All right, so the Magician is all about manifestation of certainly your ideal mate, your ideal partner in life. It gives you a chance to create this amazing life that you want with somebody. Romance is definitely a part of the future for you. You could connect with a water sign as well. So Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. You could also connect with Sagittarius. We've got the Temperance coming in. So what I'm getting to is if you're finding that maybe the remainder of this year, nothing's happening, there could be something towards the very end, maybe Sagittarius, but I'm feeling more so leaning towards the latter half of December rather than November. I'm feeling more late December here. So just hang tight and allow things to unfold naturally when it comes to your love life here. It might take time, it might go slowly, but I feel it is worth the wait. Look at that. Talk about worth the wait. You've got the 10 of Cups right there. So you really can meet somebody that has a lot of potential, that it can be a relationship that goes the distance. It could represent future marriage. Here we see declared love, this image. It's like a bride and a groom right there, declaring love to each other. You know, ultimately being your person, your soulmate here. So all of that seems to be taking its time getting to you. But what I'm ultimately getting here is it will be worth the wait for you. Yes. 8 of Wands, okay. And then we have the 9 of Cups. So once this person comes in and you do decide that it's worth exploring where it could go romantically, that's where things finally take off, and it could move rather quickly to be able to get you to this 10 of Cups, where you really do find that that's your person. Let's go ahead and see where this goes. If you're wishing for love, it's on its way to you, okay? So let's go ahead and grab from a time frame here. Let's see. If it's not happening this year, when can it happen for you? Angels and spirit guides, please, focusing on Ashanta, Libra. Okay, so we're seeing 11 months. So that would be next year, of course. We have blocks must be cleared first, and then we have divine timing. Okay, so whatever these blocks represent, maybe you know what that is. Maybe it could be the other person too needing to clear whatever that represents for them in order for you guys to be together. So it's just basically trusting the universe that it will bring you what is meant for you at the right time. But we are looking also at this 11-month reference. So maybe check out the calendar and see where that falls, and just pay attention to it, because it's going to be happening more than likely latter half of next year. Okay, so I'll leave that there, Ashanta. It looks good, honestly, the way it's presenting itself here. And it's interesting. It could be a friendship that turns into love. All right, so that's the way it's presenting itself this time. Thank you so much. I hope that offered you some clarity there. All right. So Shenise, I've got you next. Let's see what we can clarify for you here. Okay. All right, let's see. Okay, so I'm reading your questions. So similar, like we always check in. What's Kai's feelings and emotions towards you currently? And then your other question, what does Kai desire from this connection with me now, since we're no longer in communication? Okay, so let's check that, okay? All right, so focusing on Kai here. Let's grab those feelings and emotions. Let's see what it is that he would want to say to you, okay? From his higher self here. Angels and spirit guides, please. Focusing on Kai's feelings and emotions towards Shenise, Taurus. You're so welcome, Ashanta. Thank you. We have purposely ignoring you. And since there is no contact, that ultimately makes sense that this is a conscious choice for him to not interact with you. But there's something about the connection and maybe past conversations that you guys might have had. Shenise, look at that. You still haunt me. So whenever something is haunting us, it's not a good feeling, typically, you know, so maybe there's a part of his heart space that has some regrets, wishing maybe that he could have done things differently. Let's see what else here. I know you're my twin flame. So he recognizes that, and we've already determined pretty much that you guys are twins, but unfortunately, it doesn't guarantee union. And then we have trust issues coming through. All right, so let's go ahead and see what's up with that. So as far as his feelings, He's not really tapped into it, it seems. He could have trust issues overall, not just in the connection with you, not just even with other people in his life. It's not exclusive, maybe. All right, so we've got the Ace of Swords. This right here is clarity for Kai. So he's very sure of himself, I feel, when it comes to these energies that are popping up. Yes, he certainly could recognize that you are his twin, but he also knows that maybe that's a chapter for the two of you that has closed, and maybe there's a part of him that's content with that. Let's see what else. We do have the Chariot, so that could be an indication of him just moving on. You know, that he has created movement in his life to be able to just focus on his wants, his needs, his family. Yeah, we've got the Knight of Wands. That's followed by the Tower. And then we've got the Eight of Cups. Yeah, he's distancing himself for sure, Shenise. And this is a twin flame connection that has experienced this chaos, this upheaval. As far as the connection, he's checked out, I feel. He's just focused on other things, maybe other people. I'm feeling more so it's all about him right now. He's not really too focused on anybody. Romantically, anyway. He's just focused on his own future, what he can do with his life, where he can go, what he can achieve. And maybe in your heart of hearts, you already know that. There's a part of him, too, that might recognize that he could have conducted himself way better with you. He just had some really big endings happening in his life. Okay. And of course, with the Four of Cups, we have those regrets. Those regrets are his. Part of the reason, too, why he might be ignoring you at this point is because he feels that it's just not worth revisiting it. Five of Cups, the disappointments that maybe you both have experienced. You know, this is loss right here. The disappointments, yes. And it's difficult to go through something like that. The fives can be a little bit difficult. So, however way he might have hurt you or disappointed you, Shenise, I feel he's had his own experiences there. He just wants to get to a better place, maybe in his life, and to find his own happiness. And he could certainly wish you well, you know, that he wants you to be able to be happy in your life. Let's see what else. And then we have the Magician. So he is right now, I feel, just concentrating on being able to manifest better things in his overall life. And I don't know why I'm feeling from him that he's not really overly focused or concentrating on his love life right now. He could be throwing a lot of those energies maybe towards career or his family. But as far as love, I'm just getting from him maybe that he might have put that on the back burner. Yes, absolutely. Everybody grieves differently. And these two cards could be focused on you as well, Shenise, you know, to be able to find happiness in your life and for you to be able to create the life that you want, to manifest what it is that you desire. I feel from Kai, he's just at a point where he just wants to make different choices, you know. He could have other options here, but at the same time I'm getting, and I believe this was determined before, where he would just rather be single rather than diving into another relationship. And that could be his choice right now, to not be in one. And he's just really looking towards the future to see what it is that he can bring in for himself so that he can be content and fulfilled and happy. But we do have this Temperance card right here clarifying that whatever it is he's focused on, it could take some time. You're seeing someone. Okay. Yeah, it's coming through, Shenise, that as of right now, it seems that he's not very focused on his love life. But it's interesting, too, to see that he recognizes that you're his twin. We do have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, and I find it interesting, too, I forgot to mention, because the sun represents Leo, and he is a Leo. So he's concentrating and focusing on what fulfills him right now, really what brings him that positive outcome in the areas of his life that he is wanting to bring to fruition. So I kind of feel from Kai that he's very self-absorbed with what it is that he wants to bring in. And maybe that very thing could simply be peace, in however way he needs that to be represented in his life right now, or to be more present for those who are in his life. And he very much is wanting things to change for himself and to make very different choices. Four of Swords, he just wants a break for some reason. Taking a break from romance, taking a break from love, and just wanting to focus more so on what makes him happy this time. So hopefully that makes sense. That's just the energy that I'm getting from him. For the two of you, Shenise, we've got the World here. So that cycle, it has completed. So I'm happy to hear that, you know, that you are seeing someone else. And there's nothing wrong with, you know, taking a look at the energy for your twin. There's a reason that he is coming through as your twin flame. You will always feel drawn to each other for some reason, you know. A couple months ago. Yeah, he knows it. He feels it. But at the same time, he acknowledges that that's a chapter that he has accepted, that maybe it's a done deal, that he just wants to be able to focus and move on. I feel a lot of what it is that he is concentrating on has to do with his finances. And now we've got the Four of Pentacles popping up, and we do see the wealth fixation reference down there. That's where he's focused, it seems. Not so much on his love life. Hierophant. Interesting too, of course, that you are a Taurus. This represents Taurus. So it just seems here that he's incapable of committing to you in any way, shape, or form at this point. He's losing money. Okay. That could be why this is presenting itself. You know, if you look at that image, it's like, oh my God, I got to hold on to every penny that I make, you know? So that's totally understandable that he would be worried about that. Yeah, and here we are with the Six of Swords. He's moving on. He's left it behind. He's just really wanting to concentrate on a very different future for himself. And it's clarifying too with the Hangman. He's just let it go. Okay, so that's what we're seeing there. All right, so let's take a look at the other question here. So what does Kai desire from this connection with me? All right. Let's take a look and see what that will bring forward. Okay. Let's take a look. I'm drawn to the Untold Truths deck here for that one. Angels and spirit guides, please. Focusing on Kai once again, Leo and Shenise, Taurus. What does Kai desire from this connection with Shenise at this point, now that there is no longer communication? We have unspoken regrets, lost words, disappointment. I feel when it comes to Kai that there could be a lot that he has maybe wanted to express to you, but he's just holding it in at this point. We clearly see that he has some regrets there. Maybe he regrets not opening himself up more to you. We have avoiding, blocking, escaping, pushing away. So yeah, wow. The verbiage there, because we see here purposely ignoring you, and that's basically what that's talking about, you know, that he is avoiding you at this point. Yeah, he's pushing you away. And now we see distance, barriers, separation, and space. So he's creating that. And then we have running, ghosting, disappearing, invisible. So at this point, that's his energy, you know, no communication. He wants to be invisible. He's avoiding you at this point. I feel there would be certain things that he would want to say to you, but he's not going to. And he's just accepting the distance and this separation. All right, so let's go ahead and clarify. Others have said he misses the friendship. Yeah, he does have a lot going on. It could be the stresses of his finances and everything going on with the legal matters and all that stuff. And he could be missing the friendship, but it just seems that mentally he's not even tapped into the romantic part of it, if that makes sense. All right. Here's our world card once again. The cycle has completed. Yeah, I hope so too, you know. Let's see if it brings that up somehow. We do have the Five of Pentacles. So he is struggling, it seems, you know. There could also be this overall cold vibe between the two of you, maybe. Because he is purposely ignoring you. We've seen that, and then he's avoiding you. Here's our Five of Cups, that grief, okay? I mean, some difficult vibes that's presenting itself here when it comes to Kai. And then we're seeing the Four of Swords again. He just needs a break, you know? I feel life overall is weighing him down. I just feel like he's not the best in his mental space or even in his heart. We're seeing a lot of similar messages, the Hangman, once again. So he needed to continue to push for this distance and this barrier between the two of you. Shenise, maybe he just needed to take a step back to see life in a very different way. and to be able to deal with his stresses the way he feels the need to do so. He's doing a lot of self-reflecting here, spending time on his own. Okay. Just somebody who wants to be left alone, maybe. He's mentally stressed out. I'm just feeling that from him. He's very much in his head. Look at this, okay? Look, the Four of Pentacles, again, holding on to every penny. He's stressed out about money. That seems to be a huge factor for him right now. Oh boy. It's not an easy energy, unfortunately. Nine of Wands. Okay. So he's hurting in his own way, and maybe he's holding on to this little bit of hope that he will be able to eventually overcome this, and he will. He just can't give up on himself. But I feel right now that it almost feels like he's carrying the weight of the world on his shoulders. Yes, I do hope that he heals and figures it out. And the Four of Swords is what's going to hopefully help him to do that, as well as the Hermit, to be able to help him through this. I'm really happy to see this one, though, Ace of Swords, because he needs that clarity. He needs to be able to see things with a clear mind in order to do whatever he needs to in order to be able to move forward, move on, handle whatever it is that he needs to, his obligations and such. And I'm really happy to see this because this is his own energy with the Strength card here, Shenise. Okay. So he's not feeling very strong right now, I don't think. He could be dealing with a little bit of depression, maybe. It could be about the children's mother wanting money out of him and taking him to court. I feel that's a huge factor, honestly. And maybe he's not very confident that he might be successful in that. But this will hopefully help him through that to be able to overcome this vibe that's presenting itself here. Oh, and I'm really happy to see this, the Wheel of Fortune. So wherever he is at mentally in his heart space and just overall energy for Kai, I feel things will change. It'll eventually move from that. Things will turn around for the better for him. And then he can start over. Okay, so there is this new energy that's presenting itself here. So that's good. So new beginnings. And he's not always going to struggle with money. We've got the Ten of Pentacles here, so it'll pick up. It's just that right now, there's a lot going on. Finances are a huge thing for him right now. Hi, V. Yes, I am. I am. Okay, so yeah, that's what's presenting itself here. Shenise. It's like this huge burden on his back, you know, but as long as he continues to work hard and not give up on himself, I really do feel that in time it'll get better. He just has to hang in there and not give up. He can do it. Yep, he's stressed out. Nine of Swords. Not sleeping. Not resting. He needs to. I feel not only is he stressed out in the mind, his heart, but his body too. I remember you mentioned that before, yeah, that you were the person who was able to help him. And so now, the way it's coming through, he needs to be able to help himself. You're right. Yeah, he needs to figure this out on his own. And I know that that's not easy, but that's something that he needs to do for himself. For sure. Yeah. Knight of Swords. That's exactly what he needs to do. As it says, he's got to seize the moment and go for it to be able to do what is necessary to help himself. So I feel he can succeed. And in this instance, I'm actually happy to see the Knight of Wands, because he needs to be able to overcome his fears and his anxieties. He needs to get to a point where he is able to tap into his courage and just do what feels right in his heart to overcome some of the challenges he's facing right now. Yeah, he needs to overcome that. I know it's hard to see that, especially knowing what the history has been like. And then we've got the Magician. So he can manifest better. We see that here. There is hope that he can take control of the situation and to be able to create the life that he is envisioning for himself. And he's coming in with the Emperor energy. So he's not there yet, but I feel eventually he will. He will be able to tap into this type of vibe and be able to reestablish himself and to be a lot stronger. Yeah, he will. I believe that too. It's just going to take some time. That's all. Yeah, this will eventually phase out. It'll end, you know, that part of the stresses that he's going through, and it will give him the opportunity to be able to focus on making changes in his life so that he does not have to deal with this again. And he can simply create a new beginning for himself. Yeah. Look at that. We've got the Eight of Cups. So part of walking away is, it has to do perhaps with this distance, you know, to be able to just create a path for himself at this point, and also being able to walk away from the things that are weighing him down right now. So all of those things have the capability to happen, but he's not quite there yet. Eventually he will be. All right, Shenise, so that's what I've got when it comes to the situation with Kai. It's a little bit difficult right now, but I feel he will overcome that. So I agree with you that it's not a good idea maybe to reach out and want to help him, because he needs to be able to do that for himself. Okay, so thank you so much as always. I appreciate it. All right, so let's move on to the next request. Give me 1 second here. All right. All right, let's see here. Okay. Faith-filled KT. Okay. Here we go. I know you gave me your name last time. I apologize. I don't remember. Do you remember? If you don't mind, please let me know. All right, so let's go ahead and get started on that one. All right, so you are single. You are Gemini. I've been having dreams about SD, who is a Sagittarius. So a friend. Why is this? Okay, so let's see. Oh, you're so welcome, Shenise. Thank you so much, as always. Okay, so let's see here what's going on with the situation. All right. What deck am I drawn to here? All right, so Faith-filled KT. Just grab a quick drink here. And if anyone else is interested in requesting a reading, please do so. We will be live for another 19 minutes. All right, here we go. Single Gemini, dreaming about Sagittarius, SD. What is going on there? We've got fireworks coming through here. Okay. Now, I don't know if some of your dreams might have a sexual connotation to it. So let me know in the comments if that's resonating. But we have intimacy and we've got explosive sexual chemistry. So if you don't mind sharing that in the comments, if that's a part of what it is that you're dreaming about when it comes to this person. Okay, let's see. Marie, okay, thank you. I'll try to remember that next time. Let's see. We have reflection coming through as well. You mirror each other. So it could even be 5D interaction. It could be telepathic communication here. Sometimes with that mirroring energy, it might actually be a twin flame. So I don't know if you've had that feeling when it comes to your Sagittarian friend here. And then we see stars, fated, destined. Whoa, okay. Let me grab one more here. One more card, please, focusing on Marie, Gemini, and SD, Sagittarius. Well, okay, this is the next card. We see Secret Admirer there. Divine partner secretly watching and admiring you from afar. I don't know if that's actually happening. It could simply be that maybe there are secret feelings here that have to be discussed in the 3D. Does that make sense? Okay. So no, it does not. For some reason, it's popping up here. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at that vibe and see what's going on. Maybe this person could be attracted to you. Is that a possibility? Do you guys follow each other on social media? Okay, let's see here. What do we need to know? Okay, so divine feminine energy, the Empress coming through here. This person, maybe they are attracted to you. Okay, that's interesting. Seeing you as the Empress. Okay. Have you guys known each other a long time by any chance? We are seeing the Temperance, so that of course represents Sagittarius. For some reason that's been popping up a lot in my readings as far as Sagittarius season, so maybe November or December could be significant as far as a time frame. Okay. So this does require patience here to be able to have more answers as to why you've been having these dreams. So the clarity will be coming from the 3D world. And that might be reflecting some of the dreams and what's going on there. You guys were destined to meet in this lifetime, though, even if it is as friends. But you might be surprised that this might actually turn into something more if you're open to that. So this is coming through as somebody who could be a very romantic person. And maybe they are capable of being able to romance you. Really interesting. All right, what else? We're seeing the Devil energy here. So This is okay. Well, I'm just going to say how it's coming through. I don't know if either of you have Capricorn in your chart, but it does represent that devil energy. This could be some sort of attachment that's going on. It could be obsessive. It could be addictive. Like you said, it's interesting, especially since it's just in dream form, right? But there could be, well, if it's in the devil energy, it could be an unhealthy obsessiveness. You know, it's like being addicted to something or someone that you can't have, if that makes sense. So if it's off limits in the 3D, maybe in the 5D, in the dream world, that's where you guys are able to interact. Okay. Let's see what else. Let's see what else. We've got the Page of Pentacles right here. So there's something about wanting to manifest something, I feel, in the 3D maybe. Hi, V. Okay, sure, no problem. Is SD younger than you by any chance? Not necessarily a huge age gap, but is there the possibility that they're younger? They could be maybe slightly immature in their thought processes. Maybe right now they're very career-oriented, if that makes sense. Focusing on what it is that they want to manifest in their life. Part of the Page of Pentacles interpretation is the desire to manifest our dreams. So just the fact that you are having these dreams about this person, and if they are actually thinking about you or dreaming about you as well, maybe you might not even know that. Okay, so possibility that they are younger. Okay. Just the way it's coming through, I feel that those dreams, parts of it anyway, might manifest for real. So, not in a bad way at all. I'm feeling more so that maybe the friendship moves to the next level, or you guys not necessarily turn it into a sexual relationship, but it could just be an attraction that you find out about. It is mind-blowing. I'm just reading these cards, the way they're coming through. Okay. So, Nine of Swords represents dreams. Older? Okay, so you're the younger one? Okay. Well, okay, Nine of Swords. It's a dream, all right, but it's a nightmare. Somebody who's not in a good headspace, perhaps. Are parts of your dream on the challenging side? Or when you guys interact in your dream, does it stress you out more than uplift you maybe in the dream? Is it a good dream? Is it a bad dream? If it's not a good experience, it could be picking up off of that Nine of Swords. Interesting too, because the Nine of Swords and the Devil, they both can represent depression. A bit immature. So regardless of the fact that, you know, age doesn't really play a huge factor here, but I just thought about that because of the Page of Pentacles could slightly be on the immature side. Okay. Three of Pentacles. Okay. I feel that this person might be noticing certain things about you that you might not even realize, you know, and when I say that, it could be noticing what you look like or certain characteristics about you. I'm just feeling like they might be more aware of who you are, what you represent on the outside, on the inside. There could be attraction here. Maybe they haven't told you. Nothing negative? Okay, that's good. Nine of Swords, though, could represent those sleepless nights. That could be where things ultimately go if you keep having these dreams, maybe. And then you're probably going to stay up wondering, why do I keep having these dreams? What's up with that? Okay, so that's good that it's nothing negative. So that's a good energy. You've got the Lovers, and you're Gemini. The Lovers card represents your own energy. Okay, so this is so interesting. We're seeing fireworks, explosive sexual chemistry, intimacy, and now the Lovers card pops up. So I don't know if maybe subconsciously it'll come to the surface that maybe you might, this is a might, that you might have a crush on this person. Oh my goodness. Okay. Maybe you don't even realize it. And that's why you're dreaming about them. Maybe in time, you'll have clarity about that. I don't know what's up with these cards. Two of Cups. Okay, so this, of course, is about love, partnerships, the connection, the compatibility. You guys could simply be very compatible as friends. Okay, you wake up. Why am I having dreams of him? He lives where I used to live, so I see. Okay, are in the dreams. Okay. Oh, wow. Well, we're seeing these references towards romance. Okay. And the sexual chemistry. So if it surfaces and if it actually shows itself to you, maybe this person might be thinking of you in this way, but never told you. Because that is simply the way it is popping up here in this reading. Oh, wow. And now we've got the Knight of Wands, okay? The Knight of Wands, of course, yes, they're very action-oriented. They love having fun. They're not afraid to go after what or who it is that they're interested in. Maybe your Sagittarian friend here is attractive. They could be flirtatious. They might tend to do things impulsively. I mean, Wands, of course, representing that fire energy, and they are a Sagittarian. So it might come to pass, actually, that maybe in the 3D, this person lets you know that they have some feelings there. Okay, we'll see. Let's see what else we can pick up here. Seven of Cups, all right, which of course is about having lots of options and choices, but it can also represent wishful thinking. It can represent illusions and our fantasies, and some of those fantasies could be in the dream world. Wow. Okay, let's grab one more card and let's see what's up with this. You've got the Ace of Swords. All right, so this, of course, is a card of clarity. This is part of the journey, I feel, when it comes to your question, you know, because you're asking, requesting this reading because you don't know. It's like, why is this happening? So maybe in time, you're going to find out. Something will be revealed to you and give you the chance to know why that is, because it's going to be able to lift that fog, so to speak, to be able to show you or to let you know why that is. But I gotta tell you what I'm seeing here. There's possibility that it could turn romantic. if it's actually expressed in the 3D world that maybe they are interested in you in that way. That could already be happening, but they might not be telling you. And then you've got the Ace of Cups. So there's the possibility for love here. Let me read your comment. He's not very open about that type of feelings, and I'm okay with that because I am a free spirit and living my life. Well, that's great. You know, that's a good thing. But in case he does decide to open up and tell you that he's been thinking about this, it's presenting itself here in this reading. And you always have the decision to accept it, reject it, whatever. You know, if you feel that it's not for you, then of course that's the choice that you need to make, which is why it's giving you the option to reject it, to say no, if that's something that you're not interested in. Let's see. And then you do have the Eight of Cups coming through here. So even if it does come to pass in real life, you might end up walking away from it, especially if you find that you would rather remain friends rather than entertaining anything outside of the friend zone. And that's totally your call. But it could also be an indication that there's love on the horizon for you, not necessarily with SD. It could be with somebody else. Okay, and that might be the very thing that causes you to walk away if you end up meeting somebody else. That's a possibility. Or with the Ace of Cups, it's also about being able to fill your own cup and just living your best life. So if you're content with that, then of course you have the opportunity to just say no if it does come through. Let me grab one more here. I really like that. You've got the Nine of Cups followed by the Magician, which we've seen so many times. So you can manifest whoever and whatever it is that you are focused on. And I love how you mentioned that you are a free spirit. You're just open to the possibility of whatever the universe wants to be able to bring you. And I feel it's your call to be able to take action and go in the direction that you feel drawn towards, whether it's romance, whether it's making something else happen in your life, whatever brings you fulfillment and contentment and emotional stability. I feel that's the direction that you're meant to go. All right, so this could certainly be telling us that part of your destiny and part of your fated journey here is to be able to connect with the right kind of love, whether it is SD, whether it is somebody else, or if you guys are just meant to be lifelong friends, that's fine as well. Because I really don't see anything too concerning here. I feel that as friends, you guys are great, and part of your path is to lead you towards love. So as long as you're open to that, I feel that it certainly is a part of your life's history, your life's journey. Okay, so I'll leave that there. That looks pretty good, and hopefully as more time unfolds, you'll be able to get more clarity about this situation. Okay, thank you so very much. Appreciate it. All right, do we have any more requests? Okay, so that was it. All right, so thank you guys so very much, everybody that took the time to request a reading and to tune in for the general love forecast. We appreciate you all. So we've come to the end of our live stream here. And anybody that didn't get a chance to request your reading this evening, feel free to go ahead and email me at celestialforecasts@gmail.com, and I'd love to be able to walk you through how to get your own reading that way. All right, guys, so I'll be announcing the next live stream on the community tab on YouTube as well as on Instagram. On IG, I am The Celestial Forecast by Carrie with the blue check mark. And so if you don't already follow us there, please do so. We also do very similar live streams on Twitch, and we always try to announce that ahead of time so that you guys can prepare as to when it's going to be going live. All right, guys, so thank you again, everybody that took the time to watch and to tune in. And if you don't already subscribe, please do so. And we appreciate each and every single one of you. So on behalf of myself and moderator Cameron, thank you guys so much, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care.
you.